All right, we're live. This is going to be our Smackdown review for August 4th, 2023. I want to thank everybody for joining the live. Everybody that's watching on the replay, please like the video. Please comment. Let us know what you think about the episode. And hit the bell notification. That way, when we do go live, you get notified. Or if we post a new video, you get notified. I'm your host, Mike.
I'm Frank. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
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 I said this before we went on the air. I have not repeated a wrestler like that since the Attitude Era, since Rock and Austin.
Same here. Same here.
I believe they made a reference tonight to that, and I've seen several articles that say that he's a combination of both on the microphone.
I can see that. Well, he's got the like the vest, right? He's got kind of the vest, and then
he's got his rendition of the People's Elbow.
Yeah.
I mean, he just passed Roman Reigns on merch sales, and he's in a 25-man battle royal at SummerSlam. Vince, let me talk to you.
Yeah, seriously, where that's gonna
go? Well, I don't know if it's Vince anymore. If you believe the last article I just saw, where all of a sudden he's on a medical leave.
But he's still home. But it doesn't matter. He doesn't have to be in the building.
As long as he's got a phone.
He's on the couch and he's calling in. And the thing about, I mean, I guess we'll get into LA Knight a little bit right now.
Yeah.
The thing about LA Knight is that he got himself over. Just to me, that they didn't push him. This wasn't planned.
This was him.
This is very what's the word I'm looking for? Not natural. It's very organic.
Yes,
it's very organic, and it's a shame because it's like they keep putting off his push. Now the latest rumor that I read, whether you believe it or not, is after SummerSlam, he's gonna get his big push. Let's assume he's gonna win that battle royal. But what is the battle royal for? Like they didn't say this is the guy.
It's you know what it is basically. It's the guys that because they have such a packed roster that.
Let's just throw everybody
in. They could not get everybody in on the card, so this is their way, like an Andre the Giant.
When they cut the woman out, they said, "See ya."
Oh, and
which is a shame because they've been building this whole thing between Becky.
They've been building it since WrestleMania, and they said, it would culminate at SummerSlam.
And they said, "Oh, we don't have enough time. Sorry."
So well, how about we get rid of the opening concert by Kid Rock? We don't need that.
I like Kid Rock though.
I like
him
too.
But I get what you're saying.
We don't need a concert at SummerSlam. And I love how Adam Pearce sends out the thing, tells Trish, "Oh, in 2 weeks in your hometown of Winnipeg, you'll have the match." And she's like, "I'm from Toronto, you idiot."
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Isn't she from Toronto?
Yeah. But he's like, "Oh, we'll do it in Winnipeg. What's the point?" And Becky didn't even make the trip is not even making the trip to Detroit. She's pissed. Rhea's pissed. Because not only is Dom and Damian Priest's match canceled because of KO's injury, but she's not even on the card defending the title as well. And I don't understand that. Oh, but let's give Logan Paul a match. Oh, but let's hurry up and give it to him first so that he can fly to Dallas to see his brother lose. Let's do that for him.
All right, let's get into SmackDown.
Well, let's trash SummerSlam tomorrow night because I have a feeling I'm going to do that tomorrow night anyway.
Yeah.
All right, before SmackDown kicked off with our boy LA Knight talking about the SummerSlam Battle Royal, and they showed a few of the people that are going to be in it, and he was making fun of all of them, and I love it. This would be the part where he resembles The Rock on the microphone, and the crowd is just eating this up, like. He's better now than he was in NXT. In NXT, they liked him, but here they're adoring him.
Yeah, no, he's on fire.
Yes,
he's on fire right now.
And he had the opening match against Sheamus. Now, when did the brawling? Now it's been maybe 2 weeks since we've gone live, and I have not watched SmackDown since then. But in that time, Brawling Brutes went heel. I mean, that's news to me. Because they were getting booed out the place.
Maybe it's just because it was LA Knight, though.
Possibly. Well, I mean, even during Gallows and Anderson's match with the Brawling Brutes, that they weren't getting well received. But the opening match was pretty good. LA Knight versus Sheamus, two guys that are going to be part of the Battle Royal. And what's funny is everybody, for most of the people that they showed for the Battle Royal, came out. Santos Escobar, The Miz. Grayson Waller, Karrion Kross, AJ Styles all showed up. Now it's looking like to be a lumberjack match.
Yeah, this kind of reminded me of back in the days, like right before Survivor Series. Like basically everybody that was gonna be in a match just wound up on Saturday night's main event coming out or something like that. Like, that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then this kid came out. What's his name? The U.S. champion.
Oh yeah, Austin Theory attacking Escobar because next week on SmackDown, not at SummerSlam, but on SmackDown,
right.
Austin Theory is going to defend the title against Santos Escobar, who won by pretty much default because of referee stoppage because of Rey Mysterio
got injured,
whiplash or something. I know he was injured for real, and they stopped the match.
They shot the bed with Austin Theory too because he doesn't do anything.
Yes, dude, they're shitting the bed with a lot of people.
Yeah, he's sorry. I like him.
Not even Edge is on this card at SummerSlam, and they're going to celebrate his 25 years in 2 weeks in Toronto, where he was supposed to retire, but he's not. Apparently, he's not now. I don't know why, but I mean, there's so many people, and that it tells you how in depth the roster is in WWE that so many people, so many good superstars were left off of this thing, and it's just insane. And, during this match, it only took a matter of time before they're all starting to beat the hell out of each other. Sheamus did, I liked that he hit White Noise from the second turnbuckle, but LA Knight kicked out. And because then he puts the Texas Cloverleaf on Knight, he can't get him to submit. Crowd is eating this up. What was scary was when I don't know if you saw it, when they got to the top rope, first LA Knight lost his balance. Then he went back up, and then they fell. Yeah, they botched that big time, and then they got real lucky. Neither one of them got hurt, especially LA Knight, because he's going to be the future moneymaker here if they ever do it. So, of course, here comes Miz. Sheamus does the 10 beats on him, gives him a brogue kick, but then LA Knight hits blunt force trauma to Sheamus and gets the victory. Yeah. And LA Knight is victorious tonight. Hopefully he'll be victorious tomorrow.
I hope so, man. I hope so. They keep,
Oh, if he's victorious tomorrow night, we're not going to stop. Yeah. So it was a good opening match. I liked it. Then again, anything right now with LA Knight, because like I said, you can call me a fanboy on him if you want. I haven't been like this in a really long time with a specific wrestler. Not since, again, like they said, the Attitude Era. So, following that, in the back, there was an argument ensuing between the OC and the Brawling Brutes. Turns out they're going to fight later. Nobody cares. Pretty much. I mean, I swear, and I'll say this every time, I forgot Anderson and Gallows were still there.
I don't know how they're still there. They've managed to just hang around.
Well, I think they're hanging around with AJ.
Right. That's what I mean.
They like Triple H. They can't stand Vince. And so I guess when AJ finally calls it a career, maybe they're going to bounce too.
Bullet Club. See ya.
Yep. So, and then following that, of course, they showed the video package of everything that that's leading up to Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Yeah. And what's disappointing to this, there's no special stipulation to this. It's like, okay, we were told that there would be something.
No, it's just a regular match, right?
And it's garbage, yeah. The only thing they changed was Shayna Baszler's matches became an MMA rules match.
Which you knew they were going to do that.
Exactly. They have to do that. It would have been nice if they did it in like the pit fight, yeah.
Find the Lions done.
Have Daniel Cormier once again.
No, have Ken Shamrock come back. But that he's persona non grata, I think, over there. He's like...
He wanted to
I don't think they're ever
last year when they did it.
Yeah, I don't think they're ever going to something happened there that... He's like Voldemort. Like, you can't mention. It's Voldemort, right? You can't mention his name.
Can't mention his name.
Yeah, it's like
there's another Dark Side of the Ring episode. The rise and banishment of Ken Shamrock.
Seriously.
Oh my god. We really needed to see this whole video package between him and Lesnar. I mean, it's coming to fruition tomorrow night. Now, if Cody wins, that's great. On to the next chapter. If Brock wins, they must have something in store for him, which God help me if it's Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins. But the alleged rumor is that not only has Randy Orton arrived in Detroit, but that Bray Wyatt is supposed to be there and may have something to do with the outcome of this match, either before the match or after. So if we see Bray Wyatt tomorrow night, that's a plus. If not, then the rumor mill's just running wild, brother. So the next match on the card that they had was Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson of the OC versus the Brawling Brutes of Butch and Ridge Holland. You know, I thought they were going to change this guy's name back to Pete Dunne. What are they waiting for? Butch. No, every time they say Butch, I'm looking for a bushwhacker.
No, Jesus.
I mean, just go back to Pete Dunne already, for Christ's sakes. This match was no action-packed thing. The only thing interesting about it was what the Street Profits did when they came out in suits, beating their ass. Now, I don't know if this is the second coming of the Hurt Business, if this is another alliance that they're going to come up with Bobby Lashley, but the Street Profits look serious, and yet they're cheering them and Bobby Lashley when he met them at the stage.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting to see what they do. And a push for Montez Ford has been a long time coming. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do and how they go about it from here on out. So following that match now, and I didn't need 3 versions of these, but after the first one, I knew we were going to get 2 more. You know, a video package on Charlotte Flair, how she talks about her match tomorrow night, possibly becoming the 15-time women's champion, because Asuka's defending the title against Charlotte and Bianca, which is a big deal because it is a match I'm looking forward to. But at the same time, I think, where's Rhea? In where she was supposed to face Raquel Rodriguez at SummerSlam. What are you guys doing?
I don't know, man.
You got this big roster, and you hardly put any matches on your pay-per-view. I don't understand this. You know, I just don't. Now, I know they all are going to be very timely, which is why Triple H told Becky and Trish there wouldn't be enough time for your match. But like I said before, we don't need a concert. This isn't WrestleMania. But, you know, I'm just me. Yeah. So, in any event, after Charlotte's video package that we've probably seen over the years for like the 10,000th time, Paul Heyman came out to the ring, because this is going to be interesting. And when I heard about this match this morning, when I saw it televised for the main event, I was like, oh man, this is going to be awesome. Brother against brother, Jey Uso versus Solo Sikoa later on in SmackDown. But Heyman was coming out pretty much to talk about SummerSlam and what the tribal combat means and what it's all about. And I thought it was pretty cool that they had Rikishi in the video package explaining about what they wear, and then Alpha and Sika, Roman's father, talking about it. I thought that was real cool. A lot of history between those guys there. And then, of course, Paul Heyman telling everybody that, you know, you can blame Jey Uso for what happens tomorrow night. I'm wondering who's going to be in his corner. And I'm really thinking it's going to be Rikishi. Because you're going to have Solo out there. You know this. Somebody's got to be in Jay's corner, and it ain't going to be Jimmy. So will it be Rikishi?
I don't know.
It's not going to be The Rock either. That's just everybody that thinks that's going to happen. Just forget it.
No, I don't know. We're going to have to see. But
I'm curious to see if Rikishi does come out to help his son, because we always heard about that new bloodline where Roman would be the fan favorite and everybody else would be the heel, and Rikishi was going to be a part of that.
Yeah,
I think Jay's going to need some backup tomorrow night, because this was no count out, no disqualification.
Maybe Jimmy shows up. You know,
I hope somebody's got to be there for him. But I mean, either way, that match is going to be amazing. The last time, the couple of years ago when they fought the 2 times, Hell in a Cell and I think it was the match of Payback, was Jey Uso pretty much showed everybody that, look, I could be a singles wrestler. And that's why they call him that. So, of course, during all this, then Jay comes out, crowd's giving him a huge ovation, as they should. He's over there being all cocky and stuff. Wouldn't be too cocky, Jay. You pinned him. But you haven't taken the title off of the man yet, so I wouldn't be too cocky just yet.
Yeah, I mean, It's kind of the curse. It's kind of the curse when you beat somebody in a tag match.
Yeah.
And then you before you fight them.
Now, granted, what he did, he did the undeniable thing. What we thought couldn't be done. Roman was finally pinned. Great, we got that out of the way. But you got to face the man one-on-one, and that's not easy to do.
No, this is a different story.
Yep. And so, I love how what he said that the head of the table is going to go through one.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be great. And then here comes baby brother. Solo comes out, and Jay's telling, I'll forgive you. I love you. You're my brother. Heyman starts talking, and Solo's looking at him like, who said you could speak? And then I love how he's telling him, get out. And then before you know it, a couple of super kicks, and out goes Solo.
See ya.
And then, of course, he's threatening Heyman over there. He goes, "Go ahead, leave." No, I'm just kidding. Knock you out.
But you know what the thing is? Listen, I know you gotta do stuff for SmackDown, but to me, it didn't make any sense. Why the hell the night before Tribal Combat? Why the hell would Jay be fighting Solo? That makes no sense whatsoever.
This would have made more sense if they did it maybe last week and then did.
I think not even. I would
the Tribal Combat thing between him and Roman.
I would think like if I was telling the story, and maybe this is why I don't have a job writing, right? Is that
not yet anyway?
Right, that these guys wouldn't wrestle anybody until Tribal. Once Tribal,
you're risking injury. Yeah,
you're risking injury. They should be 100%. And then there's like an order like you're not going to touch him from now till then, regardless of if Roman is a heel or not. Like kind of like an order, like no, until Tribal Combat, we don't
hands off of each other.
Hands off of each other.
Well, you notice Roman wasn't there tonight, so
right. Well, because he's Roman.
Exactly.
But I mean, I guess they had the Bloodline is the hottest thing going on. On SmackDown, so you cannot not have them there. So you got to do something. So
I think doing this at the end of the night, ending the night like that would have been better than risking injury, because if Jay tears something or blows a knee out, you have no challenger tomorrow.
Yeah, I just mean for storyline purpose. I would have preferred.
Well, I always get nervous right before a pay-per-view when they're constantly having matches that you're jeopardizing your card.
But it hardly happens though.
No, yeah, you're right.
It happens sometimes, but it's not. So.
I think the last time was like Seth Rollins when he was supposed to face Triple H.
Was that it?
Yeah, something with his knee, and then he came back, and then he kind of re-injured it a little bit when he was facing Samoa Joe in an event, and then they were worried, we're gonna miss this match the second year in a row, so they kind of held him out a little bit, and then they got him to WrestleMania. So, but yeah, you always risk that, and I always fear, I'm like, damn, something's gonna happen, but luckily tonight it didn't. Just a lot of just Solo going, damn, I lost to my big brother. So after that the Bloodline stuff, which is pretty much Friday Night SmackDown, it should be just Friday Night Bloodline.
Pretty much.
They showed last week what happened. Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar, the finals for the United States title open tournament.
Which I thought was so stupid.
What, having the two of them face each other?
The fact that this guy Santos already fought. He already fought this guy for a non-title match. I'm like, what's the point of this? What's the point of this thing? Like,
exactly.
Just
saw one of the comments. Yeah, I read that too about Big E, and the doctors told him that they don't advise him.
Yeah, he might have to.
So Big E is talking, possibly commentary, or he's going to wait a little longer to see if there's a possibility. Either he said, I've read everything he's in. He's talked about since it's happened. He's fine either way. If he can't wrestle anymore, he said, "Thank God there's no nerve damage," and I'm happy for him for that. If he can't wrestle again, man had a tremendous career, and commentary would be great, even if he was a manager for New Day, if they're going to still continue. But yeah, I heard about that, so I think another couple of months we should know his final decision, what he's going to do. But thanks for sharing that, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, getting back to Rey and Santos, man, when I first heard about that the two of them were going to face each other, I was like, okay, are they going to break up the LWO? What is this?
Nah,
doesn't make any sense. And where is LA Knight? Yeah, in this.
Exactly.
I mean, come on. LA Knight versus Austin Theory is pretty much going to be besides the Bloodline, the hottest match anybody's going to probably want to see.
Yeah.
So as they showed what happened with the Whiplash and Rey Mysterio being out supposedly day to day, that Santos won and he got the honor. And then, of course, Caleb Braxton interviewed Austin Theory, and he's like, he didn't win anything. He got it by default, and yeah, absolutely, man. He will do a great job doing the commentary. I agree. So Austin Theory, of course, is being, cocky, as he will face Santos Escobar for the United States title next week. Another SummerSlam match not happening. The U.S. title not being defended. So it is what it is. And our next match on the card, and I thought it was pretty good. It was a little fast, but again, 2-hour show. They're compressed for time. Cameron Grimes versus Austin Theory in a non-title match, and Santos trying to come out in the beginning, distracting Theory. Cameron Grimes, put the cave in, almost got the victory, but Theory gets his foot on the rope. Cameron Grimes is a very, very, very talented athlete. For a lot of people that if they didn't watch in NXT and the limited time he's been on SmackDown, we're going to be in for a treat with him going forward on SmackDown. I don't know if you caught NXT when he did the skit with $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, over the belt. When he was a heel, he was doing it with LA Knight, actually. Yeah. I know, I gotta stop. It's getting I'm getting out of hand here. Yeah, he did that storyline with LA Knight and Ted DiBiase, and that right there, he proved himself. And then the one time he got the title match for the NXT Championship, he really shined. Shawn Michaels had told Triple H, "I give him the thumbs up, take him," and of course they drafted him. But unfortunately, you're not going to beat Austin Theory at this point. Theory hits A-Town down. Theory's walking out the winner. However, then Santos did get to the ring to attack Theory. So this match next week is going to be interesting to see. I don't think Theory's losing the title to Santos.
I don't think so.
It's going to be good to see. It's got a good test for Santos going forward, since he's been on the roster.
It's just so stupid. He fought him already. He beat him.
I know.
Not for the title.
No, non-title.
It just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't work for me, brother.
Exactly. What you gonna do? Of course, then the next video package we get is on Asuka. If you can understand what she's saying when she's talking about her match, it's at SummerSlam against Charlotte and Bianca Belair. Like I said before, this is one of the matches I'm actually looking forward to. Of course, I would have loved to see my girl Rhea on there, but I'm gonna have to wait for Monday Night Raw. Or if she comes out during the main event. And so I don't know. Go ahead.
Finn is the only one from the group that's on the card, right?
Yep. And they leaked out the Payback main event already.
Oh, don't tell me.
Oh, you want to know?
All right, go ahead. Spoiler alert.
Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight title.
Oh, well. That's not surprising.
It's not confirmed.
Yeah, it's not.
It's all rumor till we see it, and I don't believe it until I see it.
But then he wouldn't. He's not going to cash in the Money in the Bank then.
Well, there's always a swerve, and
unless he cashes it in, loses, and then they make the triple threat match.
Anything's possible, man.
Yeah,
I know that. Let me talk to you. I do know that the men's cash in was supposed to be successful when they do it. The women's isn't. So again, we'll I don't believe anything in WWE. Exactly. Speculation. Nothing in WWE to me is believed until I see it.
Yeah.
So. And of course, the next thing after Asuka's video package, they announced that Kid Rock would be opening up SummerSlam, singing various songs. That's probably 30 minutes we don't need. Nothing against Kid Rock. I'm not. That's not what I meant. I'm meaning in that 30 minutes, you could have had at least 2 more matches, or however long this segment takes. You could have had a match in its place. You want to give a concert to the people in Detroit? Fine. Do it beforehand. Do it after. I don't care. But you've got wrestlers on your roster that a SummerSlam spot would help them greatly. Not to mention, I don't know about you. We haven't seen Bobby Lashley on a pay-per-view in forever. AJ Styles, it's been a minute. I mean, guys like this we're not seeing, and I mean, it's like, what's the point?
Especially AJ's at the end of it. He's told.
Yeah, he's been talking about stepping away.
It's just Vince, man. Vince is like, I need Kid Rock for 30 minutes.
Yeah, and he needs Brock Lesnar. Well, like I said, ever since the warrant from the SEC, he's been on medical leave. Kind of like one of those mob guys that, all of a sudden he's in a wheelchair, on oxygen, can't, incoherent. Vince is all like,
Vince is Teflon, bro. He's the real Teflon Don, though. He's like Gotti. He's
seriously.
Nothing. I'm telling, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. I don't think anything's gonna happen.
He's gonna be acquitted more times than Gotti.
And then, the Endeavor deal hasn't gone through yet.
No, it hasn't.
And once it goes through, Vince is in charge. Once it goes through, Vince officially has the power.
That's not gonna work for me, brother.
So, well, we don't have a choice. So,
well, he's in charge, but at least leave the storylines and everything to Triple H.
Yeah, but he's got the final say on everything. So,
but he thinks he's in the 1980s. Big Bronson Reed. Yeah, we needed to emphasize big on Bronson Reed, bro.
But just in case you didn't know he was big. But
what's next? We get another Duke the Dumpster Drosy?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
You gonna resurrect the goon? What?
Adam Bomb.
Hey, leave him alone. Anyway, after they announced that they had the Grayson Waller effect, at least he didn't lose a match tonight.
Right. What the hell are they doing with this guy? It's just like, has he won a match yet?
Not on SmackDown. Well, like I said, I haven't watched the last. No,
I think he lost last week. I could be wrong.
So I don't want to say I haven't watched it. They're still high on him apparently. High on him losing. But in any event, once they had the Grayson Waller effect, he had Bailey and Io Sky come out. Hold on 1 second. This is what happens when you go live.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. This is what happens when you go live. This is what happens when your animals want to be part of the show. So anyway, I'm back. Yeah. Everybody just disregard that. Anyway, he had Bailey and Io Sky on the show. The genius of the Sky. I'm waiting for these two to implode as well.
It's coming.
It's just a matter of time.
It's coming.
I mean, Dakota Kai is out, so they're not even mentioning her. And of course, he's asking Io about the cash in. Would she do it tomorrow night? Of course, Bailey's answering for her, which is right there, part of it. But then, he plays a joke on her with the whole Shotzi thing. And then he asked her, why are you afraid of her? And she's like, I'm not. And then all of a sudden, here comes her music. Here comes the tank. But of course, the tank is the decoy. And Shotzi comes out from behind and they go at it. I'm really wondering if this is going to lean towards a hair match or something, because she's really trying to get Bailey's hair. And obviously you can't shave Shotzi's any more than it already is.
That's probably where they're headed.
Be curious to see if they would do that. But of course, driving the tank was Zelina Vega. And Vega has had a match tonight against Io Sky 2 months ago. For people that didn't know, she upset Io Sky in the ring. So we were looking for the Cinderella story again to happen tonight. I'm starting to, not use that term with Zelina anymore, because every time you go in before she would go in the ring, you would automatically assume she would be the underdog. I'm not seeing her as that anymore. She is, to me, like Alexa Bliss. She may be small, but she can kick your ass. Hands down. I mean, and she did it again tonight when she hit Code Red on Io. I really thought Io was going to win this, but Zelina Vega got the victory, gets the LWO chanted start. So congratulations to Zelina. That's her. Because, of course, Io was distracted by, Shotzi and Bailey on the stage, so that didn't help.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you. So
good for Zelina, though, man.
It is. She's been on one great run this year with when they went to Backlash, when they went back to Puerto Rico, and she had the title match. I mean, it's just great. Now, if we can just complete the deal and get her husband back, because I don't understand why Vince ever released him, Aleister Black. but that's not going to happen. So, unfortunately. Oh, and the Kenny Omega rumors of him coming to WWE. No, they finally got put in its place because the entire Elite was re-signed. Okay. But their champion wasn't. Wonder if he's going to show up next year.
I hope not.
So, in any event, our third video package, yes, you guessed it, our third video package for Bianca Belair, talking about her EST and blah, blah, blah. Okay, great.
It's great.
Let's just have, when we have the match already. That's what I want to see that. I mean, all the talking, it's the time, like, in the words of Gorilla Monsoon, the time for the talking is over.
Yeah, it's just.
Would have been cool, though, if they also did a special, like some type of stipulation in the match. Ladder match would have been nice. So, our main event for the evening, which is one main event for SmackDown that it's been a while since they've had a really good one like this. Brother against brother, Jey Uso and Solo Sikoa. And they mentioned that as of tomorrow would mark 1,070 days Roman Reigns would be champion. And they said, could Jey dethrone him before he makes it to 1,071?
It's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna work for him, brother.
No.
Like I said, I still say, and I'm still standing by it, he loses it at WrestleMania 40 to Cody. That's my.
I would imagine, but a lot of things can happen from now to then. I don't see Jey going over on him.
No, I think he's going to have an impressive match.
I mean, it would be awesome. It would be awesome. But I don't think they're going to do it because they're in the streets. They really, really want Roman's streak to continue to go. They want him to pass Hogan. So
yeah, you noticed the numbers on Hogan aren't exactly right because they're not counting part of Hogan's thing, and I don't understand why.
I don't know. I've seen some nonsense where there's different graphics where they show like after WrestleMania. But I'm like, Hogan won the
title a year before
WrestleMania. So stop with this nonsense of like, oh well, since after WrestleMania.
I think his number is 1,254, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know what it's
something like that.
But either way,
but then they showed Hogan at 1,000 something. I was like, no, that's not right.
I don't like when they do that post WrestleMania nonsense. Like, stop it. It's from the time you won the belt. Don't start with
from 1963 to now. Count the damn record. Yeah. Thank you. Because Bruno Sammartino is 2,700 days,
and nobody's ever breaking that. No one's ever gonna break that.
Oh, I hope not.
Could you imagine?
He'd have to be Roman would have to be champ till WrestleMania like 46.
I don't know.
And by then, that's not going to work for him, especially with all the gray hair and probably three Brock Lesnar matches in that line.
He'll be off in Hollywood by then. I don't think he's going to stick around that so many years.
No, he's actually been given the gift that remember when his leukemia came back. And he thought his career was gonna, come to an end, and then he found out he was in remission. He's been blessed with his career to go as long as it has. He wants to get out in enough time where he can still do like his cousin, The Rock, and be a movie star. He's what, 37, 38, around there. Yeah. So, I mean, he wants like The Rock. Rock got out a lot younger, but Roman, while he can do it and while he's still healthy, wants to have a movie career. I can understand that. So hurry up and beat him and get him out of here. Yeah. But I love the fact that he's been the champion for 3 years. I wouldn't mind there being another champion. I mean,
I like the whole bloodline thing. I like Roman as the champion, but at some point it's like, okay, come on.
Well,
I don't care. You can put it back. Story. The thing is, you can put it back on him. That's the thing. I don't know why this whole.
Oh yeah, but don't not another 1,042.
Then it breaks the streak. No, they're not gonna do that. But I think they're just trying to get I think it's at the detriment.
All about the streak.
Yeah, it's all about the streak, and I think it's detrimental. I think it would be a better storyline if Jey were to win, and then Roman can get it the next pay-per-view or the pay-per-view after that.
Exactly.
He get it back, but I don't know.
They're real adamant about records lately, having them broken in the modern day.
Because I think they're trying to wipe out a lot of the older guys, whoever they have.
Well, we already know Gunther's going to break. He passed Savage already. He's going to pass Honky Tonk Man. They've, Demolition's record's been broken twice now. First New Day, then the Usos. It's ridiculous. Roman can. I mean, you want to put him number 2 all time, number 3 all time, fine, but he can't make number 1. And there you go. Your top 3 titles. You have modern day wrestlers in it, and it's not just guys from the 70s and 80s.
No,
so. Getting back to Jey Uso and Solo Sikoa, since Roman is monopolizing the damn conversation, this match was actually pretty damn good. I really liked it. Solo going for the spike, and Jey, ducks out of there. Super kick. What was it? A super kick, spear, splash, beat you, see ya. I'm going home.
That's it.
But also, with Solo trying to send him through the table, he's like, nope, I got this.
Trying to take him out before the.
I really thought he hurt
combat.
Solo when he put him through the edge of the table. When he dove through, and Solo kind of hit that table, the corner hard, and I was like, oh God, please don't get hurt here. We don't need this. You guys, both of you, besides Jey, Solo needs to desperately be there tomorrow night. There's no stipulation that he's barred from ringside, so he's going to be part of it. It just made me a little nervous, but Jey beats his younger brother, which means now he's not winning tomorrow night because he got the last momentum before the pay-per-view. It's the curse.
The curse.
Well, Brock attacked Cody on Raw from what I read. Again, I didn't watch it. So if he got the upper hand, then I guess Cody's getting the final chapter on that.
He's going over, yeah.
So did you also hear Lesnar has announced the retirement day for himself, allegedly?
No, I didn't hear that.
41.
Okay.
It'll be in Minnesota. They've officially announced they haven't had the press conference,
but
Minnesota won the bid.
Yeah, but it's still just rumors. I mean, until Brock says it, I don't believe it.
I don't honestly think he'll ever retire. I think he'll always come back and try to get
his paychecks. And then he'll go back. Then go back to his farm.
Anytime they go to India, well, actually they're going to India. What is it? September. Anytime they go to Saudi Arabia, he's going to cash in on that. So I mean, hell, you'd be a fool not to with that money. But overall, SmackDown tonight was a great go-home episode for SummerSlam. I can't say the same thing for SummerSlam. They'd have to pull a rabbit out their hat for me to be impressed tomorrow night because I'm already going into it in a foul mood. So,
well, I'll try to be optimistic.
That'll be a first. It's usually me that's optimistic, and
I'm gonna try.
It doesn't work for you.
Yeah, usually, yeah. I'm pessimistic. Yeah.
Hey, at least we're not last year's SummerSlam when Jeff Jarrett's not there. So.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
All right. Anyway, well, that's our show. Please tune in tomorrow, guys, for we're going to go live after SummerSlam.
Yes.
Join us for the show. Let us know what you think. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys soon.
Take care, everybody.